Alright, what is up everybody? Coming back at you with another video today. And we've got another knife unboxing on the channel. So, I know I keep saying this, but probably last unboxing I'm going to have for a little bit. Then I'm going to start pumping out some of these full reviews on a lot of my new stuff. I've pretty much cleared out my collection of some of my first knives, or some stuff that I got and I didn't really love. So, you know, I was at the point where even if it was a cool knife or something kind of rare, if I didn't love it, just went ahead and moved on from it to try some new stuff. Because for me, it seems just getting new knives in just keeps me going. Even if I gotta sell some older stuff, or like I said, some stuff I don't love. But anyways, we've got something pretty cool today. This is another Riot-made knife, Riot, however you want to say it. So I've got quite a few Riot-made knives now. Let me count, actually. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I swear I had more. Okay, so I got 6 or 7 Riot-made knives. And all of them are outstanding quality. Obviously, the Scapegoat, well up there. Brian Brown Jaeger, way up there. I got the Arcform Slimfoot, super great knife, not as well known, but great action on this one, and a really well made knife, obviously produced by Riot. Now we've got another Riot produced knife. This is gonna be my first kind of full micarta handle knife, high-end knife. I take that back. I had a Pena Apache, the GP Knives exclusive version, and I really liked that micarta. I'm not a huge micarta fan, to be honest. You know, I've got some knives with inlays. The only other full micarta knife I had is Civivi here. So these are actually micarta scales, but I call it cheap micarta. But anyways, let's get into the knife. You can see there, and this is Christensen Knife Works. This is the Maverick S M390 steel. This is the liner lock version. OD green micarta scales with zirconium accents. So this came out on a pre-order, not this version, I don't think. There was a pre-order, and then once the pre-orders got in, there were some exclusives. I don't think this is an exclusive. I've seen this across multiple retailers. They're pretty much all sold out now. This was actually a Knife Joy pickup, and this was Knife Joy's last OD green micarta, and then they come in natural micarta as well, but they are currently sold out. So really nice magnetic box. Riot does these boxes as well. This one's really solid, and it's pretty slick on the outside. All right, get that out of the way. And then you get this dragon cut design pouch, which is really thick. It's very nice. Finally, it's American made, but you get the CK on there. Nice button. Very nice material. So that's a really nice pouch. That'll be good to if I ever resell it. And here is the knife. So obviously not a huge knife, but you know, I was really digging the design, and the neutral blade shape. It actually fits really well in the hand. So I sold an Urban EDC f5.5, and then I sold some other zero tolerance stuff I had. But I had that knife and it was cool, but it just didn't fit my hands well. So I moved it along, ended up picking this thing up. Ooh, nice thumb flick there. So let's go over this real quick. We got an M390 blade steel here. You see the nice grind lines there. Moving on, we've got those zirconium thumb studs. Also zirconium pivot collars, as well as a zirconium geared backspacer and a zirconium pocket clip. Moving along, you get titanium hardware, as well as your clip screw hardware. Also, being a liner lock, you get inset titanium liners. So a really nice touch there with the titanium liners. This is running on ceramic ball bearings, as you can see by the action here. Nice and smooth. I do believe we have a ceramic detent. Yes, definitely a ceramic detent in there. So we've got all the ingredients for a very sweet knife, and the maker of the cake is Riot, so you know it's going to be sweet. On the blade, pretty plain as far as marking, and you get the CK logo right there, which I do like that logo. Otherwise, there is no billboarding, and trying to look to see if it says the blade still. I do not see it, so the blade still is not marked that I can see. Not a huge deal. I do prefer when it is marked somewhere though. So action on this knife. Obviously, we're not drop shot, but just a few shakes, and it's very smooth on the drop. Deployment with these thumb studs. These thumb studs, they're about even with the scales there. But the way they're shaped and this zirconium material deploys very easy, and this detent is tuned perfectly. Super snappy. You can hit a reverse flick, and where I'm a lefty and we have a liner lock, I can left hand reverse flick and or thumb flick just as easy as the right hand, which is one benefit to a liner lock. Don't have to worry about pressing on your lock bar there left-handed. Pocket clip, shaped well, hugs the knife body very well, very minimal hot spot wise. I am left-handed, but always hold it right-handed to see that hot spot. Almost nothing. There's no sharp edges there. There is a little bit of a ramp at the top to get it in your pocket, but again, hugs the knife very well. It's also inset into the micarta down there, which is an extra little touch I appreciate. So absolutely killer on the pocket clip. No hot spot there at all. Left-handed, can't even tell it's there. Now, as far as retention, it's a little on the tighter side, but where it's this style of clip instead of the style like this that has the little tab that clips in, it slides out of the pocket very smoothly. No issues there, and this pocket clip is great, but I was just using that as a reference. Some of them, like these Pena clips, where they've got that tab up at the front here, sometimes that'll latch onto your pocket. The Chavez clips are actually really bad for that. That's my one downfall for Chavez knives. That right there, that snags your pocket, and on basketball shorts it just absolutely hangs on. Not the end of the world, but definitely appreciate a good pocket clip. Check the centering here. Pretty solid. We might be favoring the show side just a tiny bit. I have not disassembled this knife. I put a little KPL into the bearings from the top here, and I've just played with it. I got this knife yesterday, and I've obviously rubbed the micarta quite a bit. And when I get micarta like this, I like to take the pocket clip off and rub it really good, and then I'll actually normally put a little bit of oil on a Q-tip and rub where the pocket clip is, because once the pocket clip's on there, you can't get much oils from your hands on there, so that way there's not a color differential, because that really bothers me. So that's my fix for that, and I think it's done pretty well. Now the micarta itself, it's very smooth while still having good grip to it, but it feels really good in the hand, and I really do like this micarta. Like I said, I'm not a big micarta guy at all. People go out of their way to put micarta scales on stuff, just not my thing. But I saw this knife, and like I said, I'd sold those other knives, so I was kind of browsing websites, and I saw this one. There weren't very many reviews on it, but the few there were said very good things. I know Tri-State EDC had done one on it. Lefty EDC had done one. There's a couple other ones. Metal Complex had even got one version of this. But they did do a liner lock that had kind of like a patterned carbon fiber. So obviously that one went quick. They also have ones with Damascus accents instead of zirconium. And I think they also did zircuti at one point. But I do like this model. The other ones come in at like $499. This one's running you right at $380, which may seem a little on the high side, but this is a custom maker. And Riot, generally, they're in that $300 to $400 price range, but I feel like you get a lot of knife for the money. So, moving on to the blade and cutability. This has a laser beam of an edge with a super deep hollow grind on it. So you can see that there. Let me put something flat on it so you can really see. There you go. You see the daylight, and that's sitting flat on there. Let me get a part that's not. There you go. So you can see super deep hollow grind there. And Riot does these hollow grinds. They do the hollow grind on the Jaeger, which is, let's compare these. It's a good comparison. I don't know, that Jaeger might be a little deeper of a hollow grind, because the Jaeger's an absolute laser beam as well. Do a quick cut test here. I hate doing a whole piece of paper on camera. There we go. I mean, like I said, just absolute laser beam of an edge on it. That's one thing with Riot. I've never got a dull Riot knife. But as sharp as you want out of the box. Absolutely zero complaints there. And overall, I think this is a really solid piece. I'm really liking it right now. Like I said, in and out of the pocket really well. Ergonomics wise, you guys know I have large hands. I wear like a 2XL glove generally. This is not a big knife, but I'm able to comfortably get a 4-finger grip. I'm kind of halfway on the lip there, but where it's such a neutral handle shape, I have no issue getting a really comfortable grip, and I could do some serious cutting with it if need be. Probably won't need be with this knife, but if it ever happened to need be, it could be. So really comfortable in the hand. Let's do some quick size comparisons, and then we'll wrap this thing up. So the Jaeger, that's going to be a good one. Let's do the Tactile Knife Co. Rockwall. Another good size knife there. I'll start with those, and we'll do that. We'll do a Sumo and a Neuron. Pull the camera up for you. So as you can see, very similar to the Rockwall. They're almost the exact same size, actually. The Jaeger has it by about ½ an inch up there, but handle-wise, pretty similar. And it's actually more comfortable in the hand than the Jaeger just because of the neutral blade shape. Let's get the Vero Neuron in here. You can see quite a bit smaller there. Neuron is a pretty small knife. I'll get the Civivi in there. Decent amount bigger. Sumo, this would be a good comparison. Right about at the same size as the Sumo, and the Sumo for a small knife feels really good in hand as well. A couple size comparisons for you. All these knives out of the way. So yeah, again, I really like this micarta. I love the zirconium accents. It's a very nice touch. It's actually the first zirconium I've got, period, on a knife. laser beam of an edge, great action. Overall, I give this knife about 4.8 out of 5 stars. Only thing I don't like that I found, I can say I don't like, besides aesthetics or anything opinionated, right here up the top, they've got this nice relief grind up there, but they've left this just a little bit sharp. The first time I grabbed it and pressed on it, I was like, oh, didn't hurt, but it's just a little sharp, so it kind of makes you, have second thoughts there. But, you can push on it as hard as you want. It's probably not going to cut you. Only other thing is there's no jimping, but that's honestly becoming more the norm these days, it seems. Most of my newer knives, like the Medford up here, no jimping at all on the Jaeger. No jimping on the, there's a little jimping on the Rockwall, okay. The Scapegoat, no jimping. So jimping, that's a big debatable point, and I understand that. Some knives, if they're meant to be hard use, a little jimping won't hurt. But something like this, it's not a huge knife. It's got a laser beam hollow grind on it. Not going to be doing any super heavy work. I don't think jimping would be an issue at all. A little bit right here might help, but I've never been cutting something and said, man, if only this had jimping. So more of a personal preference than anything, I would say. But again, those titanium liners, no lock stick for me. Super solid lockup, no lock rock, and zero blade play, even with the full micarta scales. So again, Riot with another masterpiece here. Really digging this little knife. You guys check them out. The only place I know that still has these in stock is GP Knives. I don't know why that is. They even had some of the full tie Sangre Streets, the Chavez Sangre Street, pretty much the Liberation with a Warncliffe. They still had those in stock. I don't know why they keep stuff like that in stock. I personally think it's because they don't offer a pay in 4 option, which pretty much all major knife retailers, the popular ones, offer except GP Knives. So I think if they started to offer that, they probably sell a lot more knives, just in my opinion. I utilize the pay in 4 quite often with my knives. Be straight up about it. No cap around here. A lot of these knives I probably would never have bought if I didn't have an option to pay in 4. That's just the truth. I don't have unlimited money here. Just a normal dude working and loving knives. But anyways, this one's went long, but I feel like it needs to be, because this is a great knife. Not a ton of reviews out, so I wanted to get kind of in depth here and really go over it. And it's a great little knife, so check that out, guys. Like I said, coming on the channel, I don't have anything else currently on the way. I may sell some things, that may change. If you're interested, I've got this Tor Knives Field 2.0 in ebony. It's got the copper liners. I stropped it and cut some paper. Comes with a sheath and this Blade Tech lock. These retail about $330. I've got the box and everything. I'd let this go for $180. If you're still here and you're seeing me talk about this, God bless you. Get you a deal at $180. I've got a lot of other knives. If you guys ever see anything in the video you want, I've got plenty of vouchers through the High Quality Production Knives group on Facebook. And I buy, sell, and trade constantly. Through PayPal, friends, and family. Ship out to you the next day. Anyways, I appreciate y'all watching. Look for some full reviews and some comparisons coming soon. Appreciate you watching, guys. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.